Yo, what's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to go over some advanced webinar strategies that are going to allow you to build audiences of people who have watched 50% of your video, who have watched up to your offer, and you're going to be able to create retargeting audiences off of those people that have watched 50% of your video. They've watched your offer. You're going to be able to track it through Facebook. You're going to be able to track it through Google AdWords and set up retargeting for YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, and these audiences are going to be really valuable for you. So not only is it's going to make you more money, but it's going to cut the cost per acquisition. You know, for one of our clients, they were paying around $217 per booked call, and we got them down to around $44 using these strategies. So I'm going to dive right into it, show you how to do it on the computer. All right, so the strategies I'm going over right now are going to help you get the most bang for your buck with your advertising. Now, average marketers, essentially what they do is they set up some ads, they set up some retargeting ads, and they don't actually segment the best prospects. And the way you segment that is through Google Tag Manager, okay? Google Tag Manager allows you to drop pixels whenever you want. So case in point, we just took on a new client that said they were paying $400 per booked call, and it was getting way too high. And obviously you guys know Facebook ads are going up, Google AdWords are going up, everything is going up in price. So you know, you need to essentially be a better marketer, know what you're doing. So we went in there, we set up Google Tag Manager, and now we drop a pixel when somebody watches 50% of the webinar, and then when somebody actually sees the offer. So this allows us to essentially track that person all around YouTube, Google AdWords, and Facebook with retargeting ads. We know that person watched, a half an hour of the webinar. They haven't booked a call yet, so we know that we can push them back to book a call. They were interested enough to watch the webinar. So it makes sense to retarget them. They're going to be a highly qualified lead that you can retarget. You can retarget them back to the book a call page. If you're selling a product, you can retarget them right back to the order form. Because they've watched a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, it doesn't matter how long your webinar is. So the things that you need Google Tag Manager, you need Facebook ads, you need Google AdWords. Now, what does Google Tag Manager actually do? Like I was saying before, it allows you to drop your pixels whenever a certain action is taken. So then you can retarget them and build audiences off of them. So we're building retargeting audiences for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, AdWords from people who have watched 50% of the webinar and people who have saw the offer. So these audiences are highly pre-sold to run retargeting ads for. So we run them across YouTube, AdWords, Facebook, Instagram, and this greatly reduces your cost per acquisition for booked calls, customers, and more, and it allows you to build highly pre-sold audiences that you can sell other things to. You can pre-sell more with articles, whatever you want to do. So it also allows you to track how many people are actually achieving certain goals, like watching 50% of your webinar, seeing your full sales pitch, scrolling through your article and, consuming your content. You do not want to drop a pixel on every single person out there. You want to drop your pixels on people that are pre-sold, so it's a highly qualified lead and it's a highly qualified retargeting list. So I'm going to actually dive into Google Tag Manager a little bit more now and show you how it's done. Alright, so I want to show you guys in a nutshell essentially what you're able to do with Google Tag Manager, and what I mean by you could drop people at 50%, watch your offer, stuff like that. So if you have your main box here, your main box is going to be traffic, which is going to be
AdWords, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Snap, email. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. So that's your main box. And then you obviously have your registration, but I don't need that. So this is going to be your main webinar. This big box. So all of your traffic is going towards your main webinar. Let's make this the webinar, or your sales video, whatever you know it's going to be. Webinar, sales video. And what Google Tag Manager allows you to do is, so let's say this is the 50% point. You're able to drop 50% watched pixel / custom conversion plus custom conversion for AdWords, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, etc. So this allows you to target these people that have watched 50%. And obviously you guys know if this person is watching, if they're watching 50%, they're a pretty solid lead. Let me make this a little bit smaller. If they watch 50% of your webinar, they're a pretty solid lead right here. Okay? And now what you're able to do as well, you can come here, and if they saw your offer, you could drop another pixel. Dropped offer, pitched offer, pixel. So same thing. And then finally, what you're able to do as well is when somebody actually goes to book a call or add to cart, whether you're doing if you're doing an actual order or you're going to book a call, what you're able to do is you could pass through parameters, and essentially you're able to add an add to cart pixel when somebody clicks on the order form. So if it's an automated webinar, if somebody clicks on our book a call thing, it passes through a parameter that says click book a call. When that parameter is in place, Google Tag Manager knows that it's essentially an add to cart, and we're able to track that, and now we're able to add that person to an audience, and that person's great for retargeting, and it also shows you micro conversions in your sales funnel. So this is it in a nutshell. You have all your traffic, and you're able to drop different pixels. So if they watch 50%, you're able to drop a pixel for AdWords, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. If they actually saw your pitch, you could drop another pixel. And then if they actually, click add to cart, whether that's going to buy your product or go to book a call, you can add another pixel. Now, all three of these are different retargeting audiences. And, the closer you get to your desired action, the better results you're going to have. So, hope that helps. Alright, so this is a new setup for a client that we just did, and to preface this, my tech team set this up. They're a little bit more knowledgeable about Google Tag Manager. I just know how to make it work with actually making money. They know the tech and the back ends and all that stuff a little bit better than me. But I'm going to walk you through it. So essentially we have all of our different things that we want to do, our firing triggers. People that have watched the replay 50%, the offer shown for the replay, people have watched 50% of the webinar, then people that have actually attended the webinar, and then we have the different codes that we want to do. So the webinar registration, the visit, the book a call. So take a look at this. This is obviously very simple. When somebody books a call, it completes the registration, and it has essentially the page URL right there. And whenever it goes to that page, it's going to fire that tag. Now, if we want to get into people that have actually watched 50% of the webinar, we set it up as a view content, and then the content name is webinar 50% view. So we drop it, and this is milliseconds. So that's 1,376,000 milliseconds. It will drop, and it will ping an event for Facebook, and it will ping an event for Google Analytics, which allows us to build audiences that have watched 50% of this webinar for Facebook, which obviously you can use in Instagram, and for Google AdWords, which you could use for YouTube and AdWords and Google Display Network. So these are highly targeted audiences that you want to be retargeting. So you're also able to do people that have saw your offer. So it's the same thing: view content, webinar, saw offer, and then it's 2,472,000 milliseconds is when this drops. And now we're building the audience of the people that saw the offer. So the people that have saw the offer are going to be a little bit more pre-sold than the people that have watched 50%. But we've tested internally, the people that have watched 50% of the webinar, they're still a very good lead. They're engaged. They've watched 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on how long the client's webinar is. So you're building a highly targeted retargeting list, and it's very valuable. You're able to cut your cost per acquisition in half, 60%, 70%, because you're not a lot of people are only targeting people who have just went to the book a call page, or they're not retargeting at all back to the book a call page and back to the order page. And then this also allows you to essentially put everything in one, and you can drop it in different places. So I'm going to actually show you now how you set up the custom conversions and the audiences in Facebook. So let's go do that. All right, so now we're actually going to set up the retargeting audiences. So we're going to go to custom audience. It's going to be website traffic. It's going to be view content. In the past, we'll just go 90 days. We're going to refine by content name. So it's going to be view content in the past 90 days. The content name, essentially, we're just going to go back here. It's going to be webinar 50% view. You're going to copy it. You're going to come over here. You're going to enter that. You're going to call 50% viewed webinar. Show description. 50% viewed our webinar. Then you're going to create that audience, and you're good to go. So let's do that again with the people that have actually saw the offer. We're going to go to website traffic. We are going to go to view content 90 days. We're going to go to refine by URL parameter, and then it's going to be content name. We're going to go back here, and the people that have actually saw the offer, you're able to put it in there. So And that could be the same description, so you could create the audience. So now you're able to create audiences of people who have actually watched 50% of your webinar. They have watched your pitch, and you're actually able to go and create custom conversions. So let's actually go do that. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So you can see in your dashboard people who are watching 50% of your webinars. So if you come over here, I believe I already set this up, but I'll just show you what it looks like. So this is a brand new account as well. So I just set this up today, and essentially it's people who are viewing content and include view content events where content name equals webinar 50% view. So you're able to essentially see the custom conversions. When that drops in Google Tag Manager, you're able to see people that have watched 50% of that, and you're able to see it in your Facebook. So I hope that helps a lot of you. If it does, if you enjoyed it, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Click subscribe below this. Drop a comment, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Now the question is, do you want to cut your cost per acquisition in half? Let me take care of your ads, your Facebook ads, your YouTube ads, Google AdWords, search. We take care of all the tracking setup, including Google Tag Manager, Improvely, and whatever other tracking you use, whether that's Google Analytics, Wicked Reports, whatever you use. We create all the ad creatives, the video, the ad copy, the targeting. We do the customer avatar for you. Then we give you weekly reports on how your ads are doing so you can see how we're progressing. So we generally work with clients with webinars and high ticket funnels and sales videos, selling anything obviously online. Finally, we're going to put together a killer retargeting strategy across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and AdWords. So that's kind of our bread and butter. We put together unbelievable retargeting strategies with testimonials, obviously using Google Tag Manager like you guys just saw, different angles and stuff like that to cut your cost per acquisition in half, and sometimes more than that. So obviously you make more money, you scale faster. Everybody knows Facebook ads are going up, Google AdWords is going up, YouTube's going up. You need to start running these strategies in your marketing. So if you're interested in working with me and my team, book a call at lp.partnerwithmikeb.com/book. We'll jump on a call. We'll see if you're a good fit to work with me and my team and essentially run all of your ads for you, do all of your reporting, set up Google Tag Manager like you just saw, and get you going to making more money in your online business. So go to lp.partnerwithmikeb.com/book, and I'll talk to you.